Good morning, everyone. Beth here from Corner Piece Studio. I want to welcome you all here. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. If you are new here, welcome. I'm thrilled to have you here. I want to give a little shout out to a couple of my subscribers here. One is Marilyn, another one is Harriet, and Janice. Thank you all so much for being here and coming back with each video. I really appreciate your time of watching. So I've got some cool stuff here on my desk on this Friday morning. I got an awesome piece of happy mail from Australia yesterday. I'm thrilled to have received it. She knows I love birds and things, so this was some sari silk on it. Oops, what was that? Sari silk with a pretty little flower attached to it. And birds. She knows I love birds. And look at all of these. I have an envelope full of fussy cut birds. Thank you so much. They are beautiful. So what I want to do with all this wonderful happy mail, even some stampers and some 3x3 cards that she made. Look at those. Aren't they gorgeous with the birds on them? So thank you so much for this awesome happy mail. So what I want to do with this, because I also have something else I want to show you, is this box. I think I've showed this box one other time. Full of happy mail. My goodness, I use it in what I do, but there's still so much left over and so many awesome things that I find it hard to use and to give away, and I want to keep it in something special for myself. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to create a book for it. I'm going to create a journal for it. And what I'm going to use as my base is this. But many of us have these laying around. These hanging file folders and don't know what to do with them. I'm going to show something to you today of how I'm going to use one of these to make my cover. But before I do that, I wanted to share something with you that a couple videos back I had showed a box of Reader's Digest books that I had gotten from the local secondhand bookstore. Secondhand bookstores are amazing for all sorts of treasures. Oh my goodness. So I ended up getting a box of Reader's Digest. There's probably like 22 of them in there. It's going to take me quite a while to use them all, but there was this one special one in there. I picked it up. It was so light. Then I went to open it and look at it. It was a box. I never knew Reader's Digest had created a hiding box that you would put on your shelf with all your other Reader's Digest books, and nobody would be the wiser. Look at that. And it's a velvet inside. I put some of my stuff for a project I'm working on. I'm doing I have a bee journal that I had been working on, and I think it's done. I just need to put these away, but look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It looks just like a Reader's Digest book. Sitting on a shelf, no one would be the wiser. So when you go through stuff, you never know what might be hiding. And this was the best part of what was in that Reader's Digest, that box of Reader's Digest books. Just totally amazing. I was so thrilled. So, okay, back to this. So what I want to do is I want to create a cover for my Happy Mail junk journal, because I do. Let me get it. I did start years ago, I did start a Happy Mail journal. I'm getting it. I did start a Happy Mail journal. I used Yayas in Bloom. And as you can see, it's quite gaitered mouthed. It's an altered book. I did an altered book. I really didn't think that was going to happen. But what I want to do is cut this apart and make a wider spine for it. But what I did is I made pockets and pouches, and each page, this is dedicated to one of my friends. Another page is dedicated to another person that sent Happy Mail to me. This one is from Sally Ann. This one was from Miss Harriet. So I have, and this one I think is from Miss Rhonda. So I have Happy Mail stuff from a whole bunch, and this is from Miss Deb. I love this book. This is from Nancy. So I have so many different things in here, but as you can see, it's falling apart. I need to do something different with it. So I wanted to make a 2-inch spine book using this, because I've also done a February folio fodder swap, and this is from Miss Harriet, and I want to use these papers within this Happy Mail journal. She sent me all kinds of papers here, and another time I did a book page swap. So I have a whole bunch of other papers too, pages that I want to use in here as my pages, and then I will, if whatever I don't have, I will gather from my own stuff. But I want to be able to use stuff from Happy Mail as the base for the pages to add more Happy Mail to it. So if that makes any sense. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off this part here. I'm going to use my cutter. I'm going to place it just on the other side of the cutting line. So see, it just comes right off. It makes a much straighter cut than if you use your scissors. You can use your scissors, you can use a knife and a ruler, whatever works for you. I used this last night on a different one, and it came out great. So it cuts off real nicely. Nice clean cut, especially when you have a new blade on your cutter. That helps. Okay, so I decided I want, because there's so much, I want to do a 2-inch spine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the fold. Let me close this up so I have room. Work tables, the space on your work tables is always very minimal for some reason. Okay, I want to put the fold on the 1-inch line, because I'm going to use my score slide on this to score 1 inch, because I want to make a 2-inch spine. So there's the 1 inch. I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing again. Find it, put it on the 1-inch mark. I'm just following the lines. I just know where the line is for the 1-inch mark, and I'm going to score it. There's that. Okay, so that would make my cover. You're not going to go all the way to the spine to measure, because as part of your spine, you go to your score mark. It's going to make my front cover 7.5 inches wide. But I have an issue here. This thing is 11.5 inches tall. So I want it to measure, I had done another one just for practice. I want it to measure 9.5 inches tall. 9.5 by 7.5 is a good size for your hands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to score again, put this at 9.5, and then I'm going to score again, because what I'm going to do with this 2 inches here is it's going to become a pocket when I fold it up. So we're going to do that now. I'm going to open this, and you can do this with any size paper, any size folder. Just think about how you want it to be and go for it. There's no written in stone measurements for anything. You just do what you want it to be. And I'm going to use my bone folder or my scraper to press this down so it stays nicely. And I'm going to fold in to one side of my spine and put that down. Now I am not going to cut anything out of the middle, because I want to keep that piece in the middle to help for support in my spine. So you're going to want the support in your spine. That was a little crooked. That's a little crooked, Elizabeth. Okay, come on. And that's just the way it's going to stay. That's fine. It's not too far off. It's good. All right, and see this? This is going to get covered. When I go to cover this, it's going to be covered. So, all right, now I want to reinforce my spine just a little, because see how wobbly it is, and then it kind of buckles at the middle where the middle fold was. So I'm going to get a piece of cardboard. Okay, I'm going to get a piece of cardboard. It's almost the right length, and I'm going to cut it at 9.5. Let's see, 9. I'm going to cut it at 9.25, because I don't want all that extra bulk at the bottom. I want it to come down just a bit. So it's going to get cut. How wide is this? 2 inches wide. So I'm going to cut this at 2 inches wide first, and then I'm going to cut it at 9.5, because I don't want to cut all that extra off here if I don't need it. So I can save that bigger piece. It's just a piece of cardboard that came out of something that I had gotten, maybe out of a shirt or something. So this is 9.5 tall. I'm going to do it at 9.25, and let's see how that fits in. I hope everybody is doing well. It's happy September 1st. Can't believe August is past and done. Going to be off to work this week, starting back to work. Okay, now when you do your support for your spine, you want to be able that it closes nicely, because if it's too wide, it doesn't close right. That closes perfectly. So I'm going to use, trying out a new glue here. I'm trying out Aleene's clear tacky glue. I got it from Hobby Lobby. So we'll see how this works. What I might do is glue it to the unfinished side. So, like I was saying, back to work, back to school this week. Next week, I mean, on Tuesday for the teachers, Wednesday for the students. So it should be fun. So, summer, can't believe the summer is past. I didn't do a whole lot that I wanted to do. Unfortunately, I had been sick most of the summer, like you know, but doing better, and I'm ready and raring to go. And I would like to have a little more time to myself before I go back to work, but that's the way it is. Okay, so I'm going to center it. And when I put something down like this, I'm going to use a cloth to help push it because it's thicker. It's thicker than paper, and a scraper works nicely on paper too, and a cloth works nicely on paper. This cloth is actually a baby washcloth. I went into local Dollar General and picked up a pack of 10 of them for just a couple dollars, and they work great. You can either toss them in the bin when you're done, when it's all gluey, or just run it through the wash and see how it comes out. Okay, so that's on like that. That's good. Let me close this up. That works because it's not too bulky down at the bottom. Because if it were bulky at the bottom, I would have to score it out a little bit. And I don't want my pocket to be sticking out. And then I'm going to glue this to that. So let's see. Let's get some glue in here. I'm going to glue this bottom part of the folder up like that. Sorry if I was out of camera shot for a second. Didn't mean that. Okay, so put that up. We'll see how this stays. It slides around a little bit where Fabri-Tac would stick right away, but it seems to hold pretty nicely. Let me get that on. Whoops. That glue squirting out here. I'm going to use a paper towel. No, maybe not. I'll use this. There's certain... I didn't get these at Dollar General. I think I got these at the dollar store. They're cheaper and they don't work as well. They're a little more slippery. I can't find my ones that I got from Dollar General, which work a little bit better. I'm a very tactile person. I just don't really like the feel of these. Some people it doesn't bother, but it bothers me. But it's a little more slick. It's a little more slippery than the ones that I got from Dollar General. The ones from Dollar General are a little better quality. Okay, so right now if you have old washcloths around, cut them up and use them, or old towels, or old dish towels, you can cut them up and use them too. Okay, so here we go. Here is the form of the book. That's pretty good. So what I want to do now, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use, I'm going to cut this edge off just a wee bit. I just want to cut it in a little on here because I want it to lay a little flatter. So I'm just going to cut just a hair off it. That's better because I don't want it to stick out once it's glued down or you got something in the pocket. I want it to stay inside. Okay. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean that sound. All right. So that's better. I like that. Now I'm going to glue that down. Now this is going to get covered. When I cover the inside, that'll get covered. Okay, so I'm going to use my art glitter glue to just glue these edges down. I'm going to just put a little line of glue or bead of glue right along the edge. And that's if it works. I have to open it up. There we go. It just had a little cover to it. So I'm just going to put a little, maybe not. Where's my pin? Here it is. I have a little pin cushion next to my desk that holds some pins. So if I need a pin, this is my little pin cushion. This was a gift from someone. It was a really nice gift. I think Michelle. Isn't that beautiful? So I keep that next to my desk with some pins in it if I need them need that one for opening glue and the other one's for holding things. All right, here we go. There's a little line of glue. And then I'm going to press it down. There. And just give that an extra little good press though, to flatten it. And I'm going to do a bead of glue on this edge to get it down. There we go. A little wiggly, but that's all right. My hands get shaky sometimes, so that works. All right, there we go. Yeah, so there is the form for my Happy Mail junk journal. Now this is a little thin. You can do a number of things. You could, I'm going to see if in my bags and stuff here, if I have any, what do I want? If I have anything that has cardstock in it, or from other people. I have some other Happy Mail paper and stuff elsewhere. So I might see if I have anything that is a heavier weight of a cardstock that would help make this a little more of a solid cover, because otherwise it's gonna bow out, and that's okay. Just I want it to have a little more structure to it. So, and maybe I should have glued it down before I did the pocket, but it'll work. It'll come out fine. So for now, there is the beginnings of my cute and wonderful little Happy Mail treasure book. That's what I want to call it, my Happy Mail treasure book, because I'm going to go through my Happy Mails, and the things that speak to me is what's going to go in this book. Things that I want to keep for myself, and then the other ones will be used for collaging and whatever. So, all right, folks, happy September 1st, and thank you for being here. And if you like what you saw, please do hit the like and subscribe button down below so you can see more episodes of the progress I do on my Happy Mail journal. So until next time, thank you so much for being here. And please, like I said, like and subscribe. Please leave a comment down below. Maybe something you want to see, or some thoughts you have, or what you liked, or what you have questions on. Please just leave a comment below. I do answer all my comments. So for now, you all have an awesome, beautiful day here in Northeast US. In New York, we are having an absolutely gorgeous day up here. So I will talk to you soon. Take care now. Bye.